So I just want to talk about the academic honesty policy and procedures for USP students. The university is strongly committed to ensuring the highest integrity around student work and ensuring that students behave honestly and with academic integrity. There's a very good reason for that. When a student graduates from this university, we guarantee that they have certain skills, knowledge and attributes. And in order to guarantee that, we have to assess students against those learning outcomes, against those skills and attributes. And so the integrity of that process is totally dependent on us ensuring that students don't cheat and falsely convince somebody that they have achieved outcomes when they in fact haven't. So academic honesty and integrity is critical to any university's guarantee that its graduates have the skills and attributes it claims they have. And so the university takes academic misconduct in terms of dishonesty and plagiarism, for example, very, very seriously and has quite significant penalties for that. Critical to this is when a student submits any work for an assessment item, whether it's an assignment, an essay or an exam, is that the student's own work. And that is a critical feature of what we're looking for here, is because, as I say, we want to ensure that students' work is reflected in the assessment activities and reflected in the achievement of the learning outcomes. So the university has processes to investigate academic dishonesty where it's alleged and to have penalties for students. And some of those penalties are quite severe, just signalling the university's lack of tolerance for academic dishonesty at any level and in any course. I guess the most common case is plagiarism. Plagiarism has become a particular issue for universities worldwide because of the internet. The students writing an essay about a topic can very quickly, indeed they're encouraged to access the internet to find resources which can help them craft their story and prepare their assignments. And we don't have any objection to that. But as I mentioned earlier, the critical feature is that what is presented for assessment needs to be the student's own work. So if a student copies work and pretends that's his or her work and does not duly acknowledge that source, including giving quotations explicit from a piece of work, then that is academic dishonesty, and the university will detect that and will take appropriate penalties for that. I'm going to talk a bit in detail about plagiarism in another video, but I just wanted to highlight that as one of the most common cases of academic dishonesty. Another example case of is collusion, where students collude together and again falsely represent the individual students' skills, knowledge and capabilities that as well. And the third one is cheating. This is most commonly in tests or exams, where students might use mobile technologies or written materials that they inappropriately take into exam and so on. And the university supervises exams carefully, has invigilators that are constantly checking for this, checking for inappropriate use of phones or other such devices or materials on them. And again, this is a matter of great seriousness. The exam particularly, because the exam commonly counts a significant proportion of the university's assessment for a given course. So cheating exams is taken particularly seriously. If students are found to be potentially in breach of any of these three items I mentioned, collusion, plagiarism or exam cheating, there is a process that considers this here. We begin with an assumption of innocence and then the case is considered at the appropriate level. It's generally considered first by the head of school and by the dean, and then if a case is to be seen to be serious, then it is referred to the student disciplinary committee for evaluation and for action if they deem the case has been proven. So I emphasise that we don't assume guilt, we always consider the case on its merits and what evidence is put there. If a student goes to the student disciplinary committee, they're entitled to go there and to make a case and to explain the situation if they believe they've been wrongly accused. The student disciplinary committee, if it finds against a student, records it and imposes whatever penalties it believes are appropriate for the level of offence. And they would take into account the nature of the incident, they'd take into account whether this is a first or multiple offence and so on. If they find against the student and the student is deemed guilty of misconduct and academic dishonesty, then that is recorded on a register. This allows the university to do two things. One is to see whether the student is a recidivist or repeat offender, in which case the issues are greater and the penalties may be greater. And the other is that, again, it enables us to look across the university and see if there's consistent types of offences being committed, we're going to look to tighten the systems and reduce the likelihood of that. So for academic dishonesty, just in summary, the university takes it very, very seriously. It has very robust procedures in place to detect and pick up on academic dishonesty, and it has clear processes and procedures to follow if academic dishonesty is detected and that penalties imposed are appropriate to the offences there. Thank you.